just heard me say hi. You didn't hear me say hi. You heard legitimately me or you didn't hear anything. You watched me say hi. And, yeah, I'm a fool because I honestly thought you could hear me. You could not. So, we're gonna shrink my face way back down over here. Good. We're gonna open up this one here. And hopefully it cues up the way it's supposed to. I'm gonna be real, chat. I'm gonna be real. I am working on stuff. Here we go. What's up? Yay. Allow me. Let's go ahead and turn this off right quick because I don't want you guys to see the giveaway stuff that I'm doing. So I'm going to open this. We'll close that out. This good, that good. Yes. Yay. You can now see this. Yay. Man. My nose says, oof. Just big ol' oof. This can stay here. I'd like to be able to see you guys. Let me go ahead and pull this up. Boom. Set this over here so you guys can see it nice and clearly. Good. Boom. We're gonna bring this over here. Yay. We'll close that out. Turn this on so I can see chat because I'm unable to see chat at the moment. My nose is stuffed. I don't know why my nose is stuffed. I don't know why I was sneezing right there. That was weird. So, I'm not even going to start it like that. Because I don't know what I'm talking about aside from what I've learned. I'm still, like, figuring stuff out. So, I have on this chart times marked out. This right here should be Asian session, London session, New York session, right? This is for day trading. I'm learning how to not only read this, but also implement it. And I am very late in the day, as in, like, market closed. It has closed, right? So I am learning this. This right here would be Friday, if I'm not mistaken. Do I have this set up wrong? I think I have it set up wrong, maybe backwards. I don't think I have it set up wrong. I think this is correct because this is 8 a.m. and this is Thursday into Friday right here. That's 12 a.m. Friday. So I think this is correct. Through the night, Asian session will be a thing. And right here at 4 a.m. is when London session will open. And then this here at 8 a.m. is when New York session will open. My goal is to figure out how exactly to go about this. Is this okay? Yes, it is. Cool. So, come on. You up. I'd like to see my chat now. I will be right back, chat. Sorry about that, chat. Had to situate stuff. Let's go ahead and lock that there so it's not moving. I'm not going to adjust the window size either. Just so we're on the same page. Like all of that stays there. I'm not going to bother changing it. This is so I could see chat. Yeah. Okay, that's the thing. I'm gonna maximize this. Add a tab. Go to YouTube. Yeah. You're going here. We're going here. Come on. Good. Good. Okay. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, man. I have to change that category on Twitch right quick. Stream manager. Edit stream info. I'll back out of this. Go to this. How do I do this? Let's do just chatting. Just cause. Because I'm going to be honest here. I am really new to this, and most of it's going to be just chatting. So, yeah. Yeah, for the most part. Boom. It changed. Yay. This is the thing. I need to pop out of this. Open up. I'll minimize you. I'm going to close out of you. Open you up. And then I'm going to throw that onto this. And yeah. Oh no, OBS needs an update. Okay, that one's updating, so I have to wait on that. But, yeah, what am I doing? I'm learning how to day trade. I'm doing this very, very late on a Thursday night, and we're going into Friday, right? Not Saturday, but Friday. Yeah. We have marked out session opens, Asian, London, New York. Per the strategies I've been learning from TJR, he said to go out ahead and mark out sessions high and lows. And for each one cross, take the highest one per the trend and go ahead and delete those. Right? Something like that. Maybe. Let's go ahead and launch that. I was playing a game, then I lost interest. Because life came around, smacked me in the face. It really didn't copy. It's baloney. Hot, sweaty baloney cheeks is what that is. Back out of you. Paste. Apply. Good. I can see chat from both now. Hi, chats. How you doing? I'm probably the only person viewing myself. So let's go ahead and do this. Just click on that, and then we'll just close out of this, close out of that. Keep that nice and fresh. Boom. So we're looking at two charts. S&P 500, NASDAQ. Specifically these two. Only these two. Nothing else. Right? So what I was doing was learning from TJR off of his most recent video. Right? That was per the 5-hour long video he did. And I am learning slowly. Right? Where I got to, I know how to mark out highs and lows. I know what they are. I'll be honest, I'm more interested in figuring out, remembering what breaker blocks are. Like rewatching that video maybe 4 or 5 times just to figure that out, because watching that video the first time made me realize I need to delete a lot of this, because there is so much in this that it's like, okay, I thought I had a reasonable gist, and even looking at this right here, like all of this compared to what he had, yeah. Yeah. So I want to delete these two specifically. I want to take this and I want to backspace that. I want to take this and I want to press enter on that. Boom. Now that these are pretty much squared away. Oh, that's because it's collapsed. It's like that. Okay. So with that being the case, I need to bring this back down here. So I like how he did it earlier. One moment. I am trying to remember his strategy specifically. I remember on the per what he had wrote down, it was take confluences from the 1 hour and the 4 hour, right? Mark the highs and lows, and then from there, mark session highs and lows on the 30-minute, and then from there, why that's the way it is. Yikes! Mute. As soon as I click on the video, I get an ad. It's a good thing I muted it when I did, because that would have been very annoying. Go away. Boom. I like what he has wrote there. Mark key levels on the 1 hour and 4. Look for a liquidity sweep on the 1 hour and 4 hour, and mark out session highs and lows on the 30-minute. So let's just do that. I'm gonna push this in, so I'm not tempted to press play on that. Let's go from here all the way down to the 4 hour. I know y'all heard that ping go off. Be the USB HUD I have installed on my computer. Opening 7 different pages. File Explorer, which I don't need at the moment. Okay, so going for 1 hour. We're starting on the 4 hour. Keep things good and simple. Boom, boom, 4 hour, boom. Before we even get to this, though, we need to recognize what trend we're in. Right now, we are in a steep downtrend. So if I wanted to take a trade at all Friday, I'd be looking for a short position. I'd sell and then buy low, sell high, right? With that being the case, we're on the 4 hour still. Boom. We're going to look at the S&P 500 just to keep things simple. What are we looking for? Well, for this, key levels. That's inverse fair value gaps, liquidity sweeps. Anything else? I can't think of anything else. We're looking for breaker blocks, order blocks. Is that what we're looking for? I think that's what we're looking for. Could be wrong. We're going to do this so I can get a nice, crisp picture. Where's the rectangle? I always forget where it is. It's this thing right here. Boom. You got fair value gap way up here. Don't think it's going to go up there all the way. No, not really. Why? Because this is on the 4 hour. Each block represents a 4 hour thing. There's 6 candles in a single, or 6 candles? 6 candles in a single day. Yeah. And there are 3 sessions per those, so we're not looking for stuff way back here. But we are looking for stuff a little bit closer. Just a little bit. I think this right here was our breaker, a breaker block, and then this right here was the official order block. Liquidity sweep here. Is that correct? Am I right in saying that, chat? I should be looking at the bottom side, not the top side, because we're looking for not change in trend, but confluences that it's going to continue down, right? That's what we're looking for. For the 4 hour, attempt to say this right here is our liquidity sweep. This would be the breaker block. This would be the order block here that came down. Because this right here would have been the fair value gap. I'm going to move this down because it's not needed up there anymore. Boom. Boom. This right here would have been the fair value gap we would have needed for today, I think. We can see it got hit. Price moved down. Whether that be a 5-minute break of structure, a 5-minute inverse fair value gap, or a 5-minute SMT divergence. Once that happened, have a step up, okay? Danny Braun and say, yo, bro, what the fuck? You suck at basketball. You're a fucking liar. You're a fucking scammer. No. Look at yourself and say, so the choice is yours. So that being said, let's get into our strategy. There are 3 things that we are going to be looking for. The first thing is our key levels. What are our key levels? Draws on liquidity and imbalances. The market moves off of draws on liquidity and imbalances. So why are those our key levels? Because that's what the market moves off. What are draws on liquidity? Highs and lows within the market. What are imbalances? Fair value gaps. Where do we look for these? On the 1 hour time frame to the before he gets any further, let's go ahead and see what I can do on my own. Because I'm confident in marking highs and lows throughout all of this. It's finding within those highs and lows for value gaps that are valid, right? For instance, right here would be our high, right? This is an up down, so high. And then we're looking for a down up. This would be our low. From here, within this fair value gap, we have within that high and this low, we have one fair value gap, we have two, we have three. Let's go ahead and mark all these out. I'd like to mark each and every one of these, because we know the one we have down below is currently been tapped into. I believe this is what's called a respected fair value gap. Liquidity came up in and cleared this fair value gap, and as a result, it was a sign of continuation that price would continue moving lower. What we're looking for from this, if I'm not mistaken, is a disrespected fair value gap where price goes up and above this, right? We'll also see a break of structure within the session, within this week worth of session. So, that being said, let's go ahead and continue marking these fair value gaps just because. Is price going to move all the way up here? I don't think so. Why? Why don't I think so? Because this is covering about 2 weeks worth. You want to talk about all the way over here? That's about 3 weeks worth of candles, if I had to guess. Right? With that being the case, price isn't going to move up just because we want to. I think it's going to continue moving down. How do I know it's going to? How do I know it's going to continue moving down? Because this right here is the sign of confirmation that it's going to continue moving down. Liquidity having that balance. We're looking for an imbalance now that would signal a rise, a break of structure. Okay. I think we've covered the fair value gaps. We've got 3 of them right here. One was respected, put into, and boom. For me to look at any of this on the this is the 4 hour now, right? This is number 4. For me to say I want to take a trade on the 4 hour, I would need to see a candle closure above one of these disrespected. This would signal that the price is moving higher, and it'll be a large candle moving up, and it'll be continue moving upwards. Pretty sure I think he goes over inverse fair value gaps. He goes over inverse fair value gaps. He actually makes that like abundantly clear in his video. My thing is though, because I was watching that video at 6 a.m. in the morning and I broke it up 1 part, 2 part, because I got that sleepy. I want to know if he does all of it on the 5 minute. None of it on the 1 hour, none of it on the 4 hour. Just draws on liquidity for the 4 hour specifically, looking for value gaps within the 4 hour. Looking at this right here within the 4 hour. No fair value gap there. No fair value gap there. None there, none there. Nope, none there. Dang. I think the closest we're gonna get are these up here for the fair value gaps, which means price is drawn to these imbalances up here. We cleared one, but it was respected, and price is going to continue moving down, which means we need to be looking for a large candlestick going down, which will signal another imbalance. At that point, we can go ahead and assume that price is going to come back up from that. We're just looking for a breaker block, order block, and then the liquidity sweep, and then from there we can assume that's good. I believe that's how he explains it. With that being said, I'm going to keep these visible just because this is where our fair value gaps are. I'm not seeing any in this. That one right there was cleared. That had a closure below, which means it kept going. Okay. I think I've done pretty good so far. I think I've done good. I know I've done good because these are without a doubt fair value gaps that have not been cleared. These two haven't. This one has. Did NASDAQ do the same thing? Because we are supposed to be looking at both. So we're going to run rectangles there. We have a fair value gap here that was gone into. This is the same fair value gap, mind you. So there is a difference. And one chart closes, but the other doesn't. I believe that's what's called an SMT. Boom. Good. Okay. I believe this is what's called an SMT here because price came up, right? And it still came up again. It came right? This came up again. Okay. The candle did not close above the fair value gap, so it was duly respected by both charts. Keeping that there, keeping it simple. It was closed under both charts. It played a little on this one, but this one did not. It continued moving down. What does that say about NASDAQ? I believe the NASDAQ is where it's lagging at the moment. It is behind. Because this says it wants to keep going down. This right here is saying, no, we want to go up. I believe I said it backwards the first time. I think it's the S&P 500 that's lagging because it's in a steady trend going down, but this says I want to move up. So what I think is going to happen and what I should be preparing for is a trade on the S&P 500 with the low prices that we have on it, right? And from there, we want to telegraph what's going to happen on NASDAQ because NASDAQ is saying we want to go higher. Though they were both respected, this was played into a little bit more. So I want to see price come up and in this range again, and it would need to respect it a second time. We also have right here, boom, not a liquidity sweep, but an equal low, a retest, a respected low here. So we're looking for a break of structure. I believe this would have been the break of structure because that's a higher low there. And then from there, we're looking for something to confirm. Yeah. That would be liquidity. It coming down and testing this again. So right now we are looking for a break. We have break of structure. We're waiting for it to close above this. That's what we're waiting on. I I think tomorrow. It won't move up that high tomorrow. If I had to guess, what do I mean? I am guessing at this because I'm looking at a strategy, a solid strat that has worked before and can work for me, right? Looking at it going, this makes sense. I'm looking at my chart. I can see the lag. We're still on the 4-hour, by the way. Just keeping that in mind, right? So, it should be the S&P 500 we're taking a trade on because it's the one lagging behind NASDAQ. So, it would be smart to do this here. But again, let me stop myself. I need to stop myself because I see liquidity now. This is continuing to go down. This right here has it hasn't tested it. We have a break of structure on the NASDAQ, which implicates there will be a break of structure over here. From that point, we're looking for a liquidity sweep. Boom. It should be like in this somewhere. It'll dip lower, confirming this. And it should go higher. Or actually, lower, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so from here, let's scale down. Well, let's do this. We'll delete all of these because I don't want to confuse myself anymore. I like to do things slow. Keeps things in perspective. This right here makes no sense. That right there makes no sense. And I didn't do anything else. Woo. Okay, we're gonna go here. We're gonna go here. Let's bring it down to an hour. Boom. Let's bring it down to an hour. Nope, not 2 hours. The other one. The one that says 1. There we go. Yay. We're down to the hour time frame. Woo. Boom. Yay. Alright, from here. Session highs, session lows, if I'm not mistaken. Key levels were for our look for liquidity, sessions highs, sessions lows. Cool. So let's go ahead and do that now. Boom. Boom. Let's go here. Boom. Not that one. That one. Because I like these ones more. I like horizontal array. From here we want, this is Asian session. Look for a high, up, down. Boom, this would be the high right here. Look for a low, down, up, low there. Good. We're looking for London's high. Up, down, high would be there. Looking for a low, down, up, low, there. We're looking for the highest highs in the session and the lowest low in the session, just so we're on the same page. And that's taken care of. We go to New York session. It's this right here. When we begin to take a trade, we won't be within New York session. We won't be doing this right here. We'll be learning and taking a trade off of this right here. We'll be marking out this right here instead. I think that's fairly okay, fairly accurate-ish. Something like that. If I'm not mistaken, we'll be in this going into this. So allow me to look and see and watch more of his video